Hello, in today's video I'm going to go through how to set up an item catalog in the player inventory system, how to set up all the items so they can be crafted and used in the game. We will build, we'll have to build some ingredients like wood, coal, we'll make a torch, we'll make a chest, and we'll see what else we can go through here. Now, this is my normal layout. You see my screen's pretty wide, and that's so I can view a lot of stuff at the same time. But I've got two inspectors open, and that'll come in handy in a wee while. So to start off with, basically I've started by creating a new item catalog. So you see here on the left, I've got two of them. So go into your create menu and select SO item list, and then rename it to whatever you want. And in the game itself, in the hierarchy, choose the inventory system and drag the new item catalog into the item catalog slot. So it's here, it says item catalog version 2. Then this is where the two inspectors come in. You select the catalog, unlock. Right up here in the top left, hit the little lock button, and that'll lock the catalog into that view. So now, no matter what you do, it's always going to be there, and that's going to be really handy later on. Stop you getting lost. So the inventory system itself, I've been through this in other videos. You can check the other stuff I've put up, what all this stuff does, but it's basically just a list of the windows and panels in the game, plus a couple of other things, whether or not to load and save the game data. It saves it automatically anyway, but whether to load it back in or not. So let's start with the item catalog then. Let's move on to that. You'll notice here the first item in the list is going to be null. So when you created it, if it's not there, just add a null with a null element with a name null and the ID of 0. Everything else should stay the default values. There's a reason for this, is that the recipes, in order to have blank slots in a recipe, I needed to use something to represent them. So I chose the letter or character 0 to do that, because it converts this recipe into a string in the code, and you cannot convert a null into a string. You have to basically convert that null into you cannot use a null in a string. You have to convert that null into a string. So I do it right here in the recipe window to save processing power. I don't know. This is the way I chose to do it. Yeah, so let's move on to adding the first item, which is going to be a block of wood, because we need to start somewhere. Let's find our usable items. This is all the demo items included with the inventory system, and down the bottom here we have wood. So this is the item we're going to add first, a wood block and everything else. Okay, so on this side in the catalog, click the plus button to add a new value, and Unity by default adds the values in the previous element to the new one you created. So you got to go through and make sure you change everything and set everything correctly for the item that you're creating. So this is going to be a wood block, okay, and it's going to be made of wood. Its base material is wood. This comes into play later on when there's going to be I'm working on a way to add variants to each of these. So you could have a oak wood block, an ash wood block. You can have a gold axe, a steel axe, etc. So this is the first item in the array. So the list of catalog, whatever you want to call it. So we give that the ID of 1. Now I found it useful to actually add that to the name, just for debugging purposes. So when the blinds of the list are closed, you can still tell which item has what ID. You don't have to go through hundreds of items trying to find the ID of something. Okay, moving on then, consume on pickup. No, we don't want to do this. This tells us basically, let's read what it says. It indicates if this item will be consumed or used when picked up. The item will not be placed in inventory. Use this for things like food or health packs that will automatically be applied, typo there, when picked up. Description. This is a block of wood. Yep. Okay. A sprite. Now give a sprite here. Sprites. I'm going to use this one. Now the prefab single, prefab multiple. Have you noticed down here in the project window, I have a wood and wood multiple. They're slightly different. Bring it up there. Slightly different prefabs. The bottom one here represents a single item in the world, and the top one multiple or a stack of items. Right, and these will go into the respective slots. Prefab single and prefab multiple. Okay. World prefab, it doesn't apply to this item. We'll get to that in a little bit, but basically it's the game object that represents this item when it's equipped on the player or placed in the world. So what that means is if it's a chest, you know, it's not going to be this. That's what I've got for, no, sorry, that's coal. Where's my chest? There it is. Placeable. There we go. This is the not the item that's placed in the world. This is the pickup item, the dropped item. Yeah, and so this would be the actual item that's placed in the world to represent the chest, and that would go into the world prefab. We'll get to that in a bit, though. So move on. Item type. Now anything, basically, you can see over here on the in the project window, anything like something you can use in the game. Like a block of wood, you use it to make something else, a helmet, or you use it by putting on your head, you know, etc. So that's that type of item, which is what we're using. A consumable, as again, it would be used in conjunction or not with the consumable pickup. A consumable item might be something that you can carry around, like a health potion that you want to be able to use later, rather than consumable pickup. Wearable is also usable, I guess, but wearable is something that you can put in on the character window that you can equip onto your player, like a helmet, boots, armor, etc. Quest item, not really used. I'm thinking about removing it, actually, not going down that path. And chest is a chest. The only item that uses this item type would be chest type items, something with an inventory. It could be obviously a chest, or it could be a vehicle, or something with a storage in it. I don't know, but that's what that one is. A slot type and inventory. Now this basically says what this item is limited to. You can only put it in inventory slots. So let's start up the game, because we can continue editing while the game is running. That's the cool thing about selectable items, or scriptable objects. You can edit them while the game runs. So now, as you see here, I've already got a couple of items from messing around in my inventory. I've got some blocks of wood, so we can start off with our crafting stuff. But I'm going to open up the debug or advanced inventory panel. That's right here. Oh, and actually, I see an issue. So let's pause the game and jump over into Visual Studio. Okay. Now, the issue I'm having here actually is that the inventory panel isn't showing up in this advanced inventory window. It should be that big blank space you see in the middle there. So let's have a look at that. Oh, easy fix. I was testing something earlier. So let's go back to Unity. Restart it. Hopefully my data file didn't get corrupted. No, it didn't. Alright, so we can open up the advanced inventory again, and there we go, we got our inventory. Hey. So we can pick something up from here and put it in here. And that comes onto the traditional inventory as well, so it's not like you'll get duplicate items or anything. But there you go, same thing. So Yeah, usable inventory. So as you see, this item can be put into an inventory slot. So this is a slot type, the slot type over here. Okay, but it's not a head, so we try to put it on his head and it says no, red, so it won't let us. So that basically restricts items to certain slots. So if you don't want, I can't put it in this slot, etc. Okay, maximum stack size is how many of these can be put into each one of these slots. So you see that now they're not working right now because I haven't finished configuring this. But yeah, we're going to put that to 64. Okay, the recipe to craft this, well, you can't craft a block of wood. You cut it out of a tree, so no recipe. So they're all zeros. It's no. And crafting count 0 as well because you can't make them. Salvageable. This means can it be returned from an item that you've crafted. So if you use this to make a I don't know, something like a chair, can you recoup these? No, you can't recoup a block of wood when you've turned it into a chair. You left so that's no. And can it be recycled? Can you extract something from it when no, you can't recycle a block of wood. You could technically, but you're not going to end up with a block of wood. Anyway, so all these remain blank. Maximum durability, health, etc. all remain blank because they're not relevant to a block of wood. Now, in our prefab over here that we selected, that we entered for single and multiple, we need to make sure that the item ID, coincidentally it does, correspond to the item ID in the catalog. So this is item ID 1, and we put that here, 1. And then our multiple, we can change the stack count to be whatever we want. Actually, we could put like 555. When the item is picked up, it's going to default back to 64. So what's the point? So 64 is our stack count. So we'll give ourselves, oops, see, this one's already got a 1 on it. It's already counting. Cool. Select scriptable object, sorry. So that's done, that's done, that's done. Pick that up, say we've got 2 of them. No. We can put them down. See, it's already working. It's simple as that. We've created a wood block that we can use. Now let's put one in the world in front of my player here. There we go. And we should do it. We can pick it up. Why do we have 64? It's 2 stacks, 64. Did I drop that on the... Anyway. I think that's just because my data files had the stuff in the inventory before I created these objects. I should have deleted that first, but anyway, it's correcting itself. Next item then. So what can we do with a block of wood? We could make it into planks of wood. So let's build a plank of wood. So we can duplicate the array element, which is pretty easy. So, or we could just use the plus button. Problem with duplicating it is it leaves the one that you're on open and doesn't scroll to the new one, so you can accidentally end up editing the wrong one. So I prefer not to use that method. I prefer to use the plus button. So this is a wood block. We're going to change it to a wood plank, which will be ID 2. And it's wood and 2. Again, we can't eat it, so that stays there. This is a plank of wood. Okay. We change the icon. Ooh, where is it? Wood. Wood. Where? I seem to be missing the icon for some reason. One moment. Okay, sorry about that. I had to pause the video and it took a while. There's a lot of noise, trucks and stuff outside. So you may hear still some people making noise out there. So yeah, where were we? Setting the icon for, we've got the wood block, wood blank number 2. Make sure I didn't mess anything up. No, okay. Set the icons to find the wooden planks. So yeah. Here we would set the prefabs, wooden plank and wooden plank multiple. Oh, before we do that, actually quickly set the item ID. Again, coincidentally, it's 2. Then we'll set the stack count to 64 for the piles when we pick one up, and we'll throw them in the game. We'll throw in a wood. Oh, wrong view. We'll throw in a wood here. Okay. And a wood multiple. With a stack of 64, we'll throw in a wood plank. And a wood plank multiple. Just for good measure. So these are the items we've created so far. 4 items with only 2 listings. Okay, so wood multiple, we've already done that. Everything else is pretty much the same, except that we're going to craft it from a wooden block. So we need to do the recipes. Now, the way the recipe system works is, I think it's pretty cool, but basically you can put that recipe in any order you want. So right now we just have 1 item to use, so we'll just throw it in the middle because it's easy. But if you put the recipe in the left corner or the right corner, at the top, at the bottom, it doesn't matter, so long as the user or the player recreates that pattern of those specific items within that grid of 9 slots, the system is going to recognize the recipe. So how many wooden plank? Oh no, we didn't actually pull those over yet. Wood planks and wood plank multiple. There we go. So from 1 block of wood, here we're going to generate 4 planks. Okay. Now, salvageable. Are these salvageable? So if you use a plank of wood to build a chest, if you want to take that chest apart or salvage that chest, can you get the planks of wood back? Yeah, I would say you could get the planks of wood back. So these are salvageable items. Can they be recycled into something else? Can you make a plank of wood back into a plank of wood? No. So it's not salvageable. Okay? It's not recyclable, sorry. It's not going to go into anything. So the only thing you can do is salvage it. And you from that, yeah, you can only salvage it from another item. Yeah, and everything else again stays the same. Simple enough. So let's start up and try pick up these items that we put in. So yeah, we can pick those up, and yes, we can pick those up as well. So open our advanced inventory. Now, as you see, why did I switch it? Sorry, I'm trying to do this. There we go. Yeah, we've got a stack of 64 and a stack of 1. Forget these exist. These are from before, and we've got some chunks. So let's try make some planks of wood. There you go. And if I put it anywhere in the grid, because as you see, we put item 1 anywhere in the grid, it's going to give us 4 crafting, 4 planks of wood. Okay, for each. Even though it says 4 down here, because that's basically saying you're getting 4 for the total for each one of those. And if you right click or left click on this button, it will pick them up until you get 64. Yeah. And you can keep doing that until there are none left in the crafting window, which could take a while. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So that 1 stack of wood blocks yielded us 4 stacks of wood. Okay, wood planks. Now, what can we use wood planks for? Let's, what else? We turn a wood plank into, would be a stick, basically, wouldn't it? You could turn it. The simplest thing would be a stick. So let's add a stick. Come on. We change this to be a. I'm just going to call it stick. It doesn't need to be wooden. Everyone knows that a stick is wood. Stick. And this would be item number 3. Okay, again it's wood and 3 and blah blah blah. Everything still stays the same there. A wooden stick. Redundant. There we go. Just need to fill something in, and this description here. Sorry, if I hadn't mentioned that before. If you go into the game world and you rest over something, you can see it there. It shows up in the item viewer or item info window, which pops up on the inventory or anything else except for, at the moment, the item bar. It doesn't show up on items on the item bar because I haven't got around to coding it to pop up out the bottom of the screen if it goes off screen. Well, I'll get to that. Yeah, so that is there. So let's wooden stick. So we change this to a stick icon, and we need to already change this. So stick. There we go. We've got stick and stick multiple ready to go. If I haven't mentioned yet, all these items all have the dropped item script pre-added to them, and this basically gives the system the information it needs to get from an item when it picks it up. Simple as that. So this is, as you can see, these were before item ID 9 in the last catalog. So in this catalog, they're going to be item ID 3. Okay, and the multiple one, we're going to give it a stat count of 64 as well. Let's go down here. Durability doesn't really matter. This will be moved later on. Ignore it. Time to live. This is how long the item will stay around in the world after it's been dropped or spawned into the world by the player or the salvage system or whatever. Timer and position not relevant. They will be hidden later, so ignore those two. It's just a helper component. Now back here we've got wood plank. Okay, we need to set the stick and the stick multiple. Again, no world prefab just yet. It's a usable item. It can go in inventory slot 64, and we'll create 4 from item 2 and item 5 2. Here we go. Now you see the game's still running. This thing is cool. If we put a plank in there, we've already got 4 sticks without restarting the game. So you can add things as the game's running, which makes life a lot easier and simpler. Alright, so let's create a stack of sticks. There we go, we've got a stack of sticks in a bit. Put those down here, maybe. Oh, I dropped one. There it is. I dropped it. Pick it up. Okay, next item then would be our... What can we make next? Let's make a chest next. Yeah, a chest, because it only requires the items we already have to do it. So a chest. Let's add another item in our catalog. Rename it to chest, and that'll be item 4. Okay. Oh, what's going on here? There we go. Base material is going to be wood. ID 4, as we know. We can't eat it, so we don't want to consume it. It's a wooden... Oops. Chest. Wow. Give it its icon. Let's find there it is, chest icon. Obviously it's not going to be a stick. This is now a placeable item. So we've got chest is the single prefab. We don't have multiple chests, so we can delete that. That would be not relevant. It's usable, but it's a chest, and it can go into an inventory slot. Maximum stat count is going to be 1, so we'll never need the chest multiple prefab. And our recipe for this, we're going to take 4 planks of wood. Basically, no, that's not it. I'm going to follow the Minecrafty recipe which is that for a chest. Okay, it's not there yet, so because we haven't finished adding it in. So that would be item planks of wood would be 2, so we go 2 2 2 0 2 2 2 2, and now automatically our chest icon appears, and boom, and it's not, oh, we forgot to tell it it's recyclable but not salvageable, because you can't, again, if you use a chest to make something else, you'll never get your chest back exactly how it was. So it's not salvageable, but it's recyclable. So now I can put it in here, and it's going to recycle it back into its component parts. If I hit this, they're going to go flying all over the world, but so I'm not going to do that right now. Why not? Just do it anyway because it's funny. And you see, where they go? There's some over there, some over there, and way over there. Yeah. Now you got 30 seconds to run and collectible. Yeah, that's a chest, and now let's create another one so we can place one in the world. We want to put planks of wood around the outside. We've got a chest. We're going to put it in our item bar. Oh, it doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Okay. The reason it doesn't work is because chest prefab here doesn't have the correct. Oh, that one does. No, that doesn't. That's the world item. The item that we pick up. The chest that it's going to put down into the world is not there. We don't have a world prefab. So we take our chest, drop it in here. Now it will let us create a chest. And the chests come pre-configured with an inventory that you can then load stuff into. And if you close it and save, exit the game, reload it, that chest, hopefully, fingers crossed, if everything works, hey, it's back in the scene again. See, there it is. Right. We can open it up and we can get our stuff back. Yeah, I think if we can go, yeah. So one logic I put in this basically is any window that's open, if you hold down shift and click, it's going to throw it down into the inventory item bar. You see that? But if you have a, wait a minute, see, it works from the chest panel. If you have both the chest and the inventory panel open, it will go between those two only. You can do it from the item bar to the inventory, but then the items will go to the chest. Understand? If you just want to go to the chest bar, then close the inventory. There we go. So just a bit of a logic explanation there. So all those items are now in the inventory, and I have nothing left. Sorry, in the chest, and I have nothing left to craft with. Oh, so we have to make some more planks and make another chest. Now I know you would all like to see a double chest because I do have a large chest prefab, but yeah, I haven't figured that logic out yet either. Well, we can place another chest elsewhere in the game. Oh, what's going on here? Why isn't it? There we go. Let me walk away. Yeah, so we can place another chest there. Two chests. And again, these are saved and everything as with everything else. Am I not even? Yeah, okay. I had to check if it was a recording there. I hadn't seen the window in a while. So yeah, that's the chest. So what else can we make? Oh, we can make a torch. For the torch, we're going to need, we've got a stick, but we're going to need coal. Okay, so we can, this would be coal, which is item number 5, which base material would be of stone. No base material because it's crafted from something else. 5, not consumable. This is dry dino dew. Okay. Coal. Let's pick an icon for coal. This one works. Actually, let's use a round for ores. Let's use this one for coal. And then prefab would be a usable coal. So coal multiple, we're on item number 5. Oh, again, coincidentally, 5 there. And coal, where is it? That's 5. Multiple will give a stack of 64, as always. Let's just show that it's going to be 25 on that stack, just to be different. First, let's throw. We don't need to throw one in the world. Oh, we will. We're going to have to give ourselves one, so we've got to restart the game. Call single, call multiple, and no, just would be usable. Okay, coal again is not something you can craft, so it's not recyclable, but could it be salvageable? Yeah, we can salvage it from a torch, but then, yeah, we'll leave it salvageable. We'll see if we can do that. Are the sticks salvageable? Or is it stock? Or should we stick? Might no one tell me. The stick is salvageable, yes. So we can get both items back. Oh no, actually make the coal not, and I'll show you something else when we get to that point. Not salvageable. Okay, so we have the coal and we have the stick. Let me just restart the game and throw in some coal into the world so I can use it. Where is it? Usables, coal. Okay. Let's get rid of that. So we put some coal in there, and there it is. We pick that up, and we get some wood. Let's bring up our inventory panel, debugging panel. We've got no sticks, so let's make some sticks. There we go. We've got some bunch of sticks, and now we've got some coal. How many coal did we got? We got 2. Yeah, that's enough. Oh no, there's something weird. Oh, did I forget to do something? Coal 5. Coal usable inventory. Oh, that's correct. Over here. Yes. 5. What is wrong? Oh. Why won't? Oh, maximum stack count. See, there you go. That's how you stop them being stackable. You just put maximum stack count to 1. I forgot to change that. That's why I don't like when it copies everything from the one above. Okay, so now they're stackable. And we can put them into here, and we can make nothing, because we don't have a torch yet. Okay, so we're going to create the next item, which is going to be our torch, which will be item number 6, which is no base material, ID 6. Fire on a stick. Okay. Now our icon. Use this one. No, let's use the other one. Do we have another one? I thought I had a better one. No. Alright, I will use this one then. So our prefab, again, remember our ID, which is 6. We're going to find torch. Oh, torch is a placeable item. So let's change this. You can tell I tried this a few times, can't you? Because everything's already set. 6 and 64, good. So we put torch and nope. Torch multiple. No, torch will prefab, which doesn't have anything, doesn't need any scripts at the moment. And there. So this is a usable item. It slots into inventory. Can it be recycled? Yes, but it cannot be salvaged. And our crafting count, as always, is going to be 4. So our recipe for a torch, we need stick, which is 3, and coal, which is 5. So let's put 5, 3. And there you go. It automatically shows up in the window, and we've got torches. Let's see if they work by default. They should. No, what did I forget again? I forgot always. No, what did I forget this time? Okay, well, I think what I forget let's show you something else. If you take a recyclable item and place it in here, you see items that can be salvaged will show up in green, and items that are going to be lost will show up in red. So there you go. And then when you hit the recycle or salvage button, this red icon here, only the sticks will be spawned. Now I still didn't remember why this. I'll figure out why this torch is not working. One moment. You know, I'm not sure why the torch isn't showing up now. That's chest panel. We just open that. We don't want inventory. Yeah. Put the torch, not a stick. That's why. My God. There we go. It's just because I'm stupid. I put a stick here thinking, not realize it's a torch. Now there you go. We can put a whole bunch of torches down. Yay. And as always, we save and reload. Hopefully they're there. Where are they? Yeah, there they are. There's our torches over there. So yeah, that's how you create items, build, crafting recipes, and place items in the world, etc., etc. Now, I'm not sure how long this video is. Let me see. Oh, 36 minutes. Quite a long one. I hope that was helpful. And if you've got any questions, as always, throw them in the comments. And I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.